Welcome in, everyone. Speed Gaming. Welcome to the Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Leagues, Week 2 in the Fire Flower Division. My name is Pleco. We have on screen Ikaros, Jon-Dat, Flindo, MarkyMark, and ShyGuy, all competing for some points this week. In the booth behind the scenes, keeping me honest, is Dust Minion. And these runners should be off very shortly. So if you haven't seen any other week 2 this week, we are playing with a very unique flag set. It is Auto-Scroller Hell. And you might think, well, what does that entail? Well, any level that is not a castle has the potential, if it already had a auto-scroller, or sorry, so not the potential. If it was already a auto-scroller, it will be an auto-scroller if it is not a castle. That means that many levels that have that auto-scroller on it that you might not really think about, the only one that always comes to mind immediately is 1-4. You will have to play that as Papa Nintendo intended. It also includes things like coin ships, everyone's favorite castle, Air Force. And as Jade lovingly says, 5-6. Now, of course, I've been ignoring a little bit of what people are doing, but it looks like John here is in World 1, finished up, what was that, Gatekeeper Fort. Looks like Ikaros is also finishing that up in a little bit of a choppy screen here. ShyGuy over here in, what's that one, 3-1? I can never remember which one of 3 that is. Heading through the cheap land here on Ikaros' side. Marky taking down the, the Boom Boom there. Unfortunately losing a power-up as John finds our first coin ship here. A perfect place to get some coins, but definitely not one that you want to have to go through. It is a very long... yeah, taking that... what I would say that 100 coin fine, masterfully making sure that he does not have to go this entire trip as MarkyMark heads into the, what is this, the World 7 airship in World 4. And yes, the coin ship is a very long thing. I'm not actually sure how long exactly it takes to go through it, but, you know, compared to most other auto-scrollers, it's up there on length. Longer than 5.9? Ooh. ShyGuy heading through, well, unfortunately making this seed unacceptable, invalid essentially because of the fort, but finishing it up very quickly as MarkyMark unfortunately gets caught by a very heavy Iggy. Very nasty stun lock over there. Another thing to bring up on this flag set is the fact that you cannot clip. Now you might see runners going left when they attempt to clip, and you might think, well, isn't that technically clipping? The game will automatically push you left if you are not supposed to be able to clip somewhere. So while this can be beneficial to the runners, most of the time you're not going to see that ever put into play. So that means that levels like 7-1 and 7-6 will be played once again as Papa Nintendo intended. Another thing to note is hammers do break locks. And Marky finishes up here, finishing up World 4, as we have one of these interesting auto-scrollers down on ShyGuy's side. Is that Larry? Am I getting the Koopalings mixed up again? Ikaros making it through small, as John in here. Can never remember which fort this is, but Definitely one of the more interesting ones, the Donut Fort. Of course, I haven't seen half the items that have been going on, so if you notice anything that I haven't seen, please let me know. World 7 with ShyGuy, hopefully getting a few items here, as Marky's checking out World 1, says, no, you know what? I'm good here. Not interested. Checking out World 5 on Marky's side there. And looks like a Fire Flower on Ikaros' side from Peach. Very handy from World 1. Heading into World 4. Marky, unfortunately, not getting any items there. Checking out a very interesting Cloud World heading into 5F2. Almost in its vanilla spot. And finishing up his second world, John, in World 4. ShyGuy, unfortunately, not finding an item there. You know, chat, that is a great question. What is this World 5 layout? Yes, thankfully we're not in Week 4 right just yet. Week 4 is still a very long time away, and I am hoping it stays there. ShyGuy finishing up their first world. World 7. All done. Ludwig not causing too many problems despite the fact that he wants to jump higher than any other Koopaling can possibly jump. And Ikaros heading into her second airship here. And we have a boss bass on MarkyMark's side. Will he get eaten? Now, will we see our first feed of the night? Ooh, Valkyrie taking a power-up, unfortunately, from Marky. As John gets some much-needed coins. For those of you who may be unaware, coins in anything open world is a huge, huge deal. You need coins to use any of the items that you get, with the exception of your... Oh, Ikaros having a little bit of problems there with the new Tanuki suit. Need coins for anything but the hammer, the cloud, and the music box. And I can explain the anchor a little bit later as we go along, assuming we get one. And Roy here on Marky's side. Imagining to be a little sturdier than most others as Marky finishes up yet another world. Now, World 3 looking very interesting on John's side. Coming in here as Ikaros is checking out 6. Not too interested in that one. 6F2 on ShyGuy's side, going in with Fire Flowers. It's always too bad that you can't melt any of the ice here. Just carve yourself a path. Yep, Marky returning here to World 1. Giving it a little trial here, finding Gatekeeper for it. A very interesting interesting level on John's side with a lot of plants. Yeah, Gatekeeper not giving too much of an issue to Marky. Troll Fort so far. No toll paid yet. Has 2 hammers. Yeah, definitely not a horrible idea to come into 3 with 2 hammers. You never know when that double hammer play is going to be the play, and if you can take it, you might as well. Ooh, yeah. Marky showcasing that you cannot use the that bottom area to clip, unfortunately. So that star went a little bit wasted. ShyGuy jumping over the H, avoiding masterfully that boss bass, even taking it out. As John finishes up, what was that, World 3, I believe? John hammers to block, to unlock the blocked Wendy. Definitely a very, very good use of a hammer. Since hammers do break locks, they are incredibly beneficial, basically in World 3, World 7, a lot of times World 6, but not always, because that also can be a bridge. Ikaros, finding the Navy. And this is another one that unfortunately is an auto-scroller and is quite long. Marky, unfortunately, not able to, you know, escape the clutches of this wonderful coin ship. And another boss bass on John's side there. ShyGuy finishing up another world. Ooh, Marky having a... Ooh. Oh, unfortunately getting hammered there by the Hammer Bros. Almost had it there in World 1. And a mushroom on ShyGuy's side. Troll Fort toll being paid here on John's side. Twice, unfortunately, taking the lower path. Not a horrible thing, you know. Personally, don't really care for the lower path, but sometimes that's what you gotta take. Marky heading into his third airship here. Catching up with John. And to definitely agree with chat, that was one of the worst arenas for that specific hammer bro. They're finishing up on MarkyMark's side, the third one, as John is getting very close to finishing up his fourth there in World 5. And I believe on Ikaros' side, she is she is hunting down the proper fort to take for Wendy, or is hunting items. Ooh, sniped unfortunately by the Sumer Bros. And yes, ShyGuy with 4 coins, unfortunately, very low on money to utilize the items. And I believe on Ikaros' side, she was just looking for the Hammer Rose, so just getting some items. I believe she just hammered that to go and visit Wendy. Or as Krista Joy lovingly says, La Princesa. Unfortunately, a very easy coupoling. Finishing up World 3. We'll see what MarkyMark gets over here. I believe this one was nothing. It might have been something already in this inventory. For those of you also that are not familiar with the open world, you might see those boxes. Sometimes that means that you just got nothing. Sometimes it means it's an item you already had. The only time that you'll get duplicate items is if it's a cloud or a hammer. And basically, your inventory will only allow you to have maximum of 2 clouds or hammers, unless they are given to you by the princess, in which case she can give you as many as you want. Or as many as she wants, I suppose. John into his 4th airship here. A very commanding lead. Yep, getting that fire kill on Roy. And that is a very roasted Roy. Yep, Marky not too far behind, choosing to go into World 3. And yes, this chat is discussing the anchor can essentially be any item. With the exception, obviously, of what it normally can't be in the randomizer. The cost of whatever the item is, -5 is what the anchor is. So if it's a mushroom, mushrooms are normally 5 coins. The anchor makes it free. If it's a cloud, it's 50 coins. Now, personally, I like using the anchor immediately because you might find out that you have a cheaper fire flower or a cheaper kingslayer or even a free mushroom non-stop. Because if it's, you know, as long as you don't do it while you have 50 coins, you never have to worry about wasting it. And if you have, let's say, even just 20 coins, use that anchor, and it doesn't work, then you know for sure what it is. Yeah, Marky finishing up that fort there. John in a wonderful water world. Ikaros playing around in the troll fort. Ooh, getting a good jump through. Unfortunately, has to pay the toll with that that hot foot. Marky showcasing what the Tanuki suit can do now. You can move with that Tanuki suit. And while it's difficult to move around in it, it does give you the potential of saving you from actually losing your power-up. Looks like ShyGuy opting to take all of the coins, staying in that, staying in the coin ship. Most likely not interested in giving up that fire flower, which is honestly not a horrible, horrible idea. John ripping through these boomerang bros, getting a cloud for it, and not, oh, never mind, I was gonna say not giving up his tail, but definitely ends up taking it. Yeah, and Marky finding the navy. And yeah, as chat points out, unfortunately, we cannot go past 50 coins, so there is no 100 coin level up. There is no funny number in the chat. Roy is giving Ikaros a heck of a time here. He is definitely being very jumpy. Unlike Morton, who has been now taken down on John's side, giving a 5th world. Leaving just 6 and 7 on John's side. John keeping that lead. As Ikaros finishes up her world as well. Alright, let's see where ShyGuy is going. ShyGuy is heading to World 2. And looks like Ikaros is heading to 7, and John is heading to 6. So still a very nice spread. We get to kind of see a little bit more. We have seen some of 7 already from ShyGuy and Marky's perspective, so we do know that I think one of the chompers is definitely has nothing on it. I'm not sure if the other one had anything. But 7 is a nice quick world, especially finding that finding the proper pipe immediately, having that that hammer, nice and easy. And as Dust points out, this is the first time that anyone's actually taken a full step into World 6. I believe Ikaros stepped in, looked at it, and said, you know what, I'm good. Yep, Marky's saying that Wendy is a little bit of a pushover. Now, Ikaros not hammering. I'm not sure if she had used another hammer already and might actually be out of hammers, causing her to have to actually play through and find the proper fort. I believe it's just a 2-forter. I'm not sure if we which world was the 3-forter. That might have been 5. Or was 5 just still a 2-forter? It's guy was a triple forwarder. Alright, Marky heading into 6 as well. Ooh, John, unfortunately, getting caught with too high of a jump and hitting those spikes. But managed to get some really good P-speed to just sort of zip through the stretchy booth for it. As Marky, not willing to lose that Fire Flower, takes the full elevator ride. Taking what I'm going to call the scenic route instead of saying the ride of shame, because I feel like there's no shame in playing a little bit slower sometimes. John finishing up Stretchy Boo for it without too much of a problem. Ikaros, invisible on the screen, like a fantastic Mario, as expected from a warpless runner, taking the better route. And ShyGuy finishes up their 5th world. And getting a little bit of frog action here in a water land. Ah, Anchor is the frog. So interestingly enough, I don't know if because the Anchor is a frog, if that counts towards being able to use Select while in a water world to become the frog. Because if you have the frog suit in your inventory and you enter the water, you can, once per level, press Select to turn into a frog. And Marky is zipping through as well through Stretchy Boo Fort, much like John did. Unfortunately, the Stretchy Boo coming out to say hello. You know, we love a polite boo, but unfortunately sometimes it's at the absolute worst time. It's that awkward moment at the when you're at the clothing store and you're actually looking at something, you think you found something good, and somebody just comes out, "Hey, can I help you?" And they start bugging you. And you're like, "Oh, come on, I just want to buy these pants and go." And reports of a cloud on John's side. You cannot select out of the frog, but you can select into it. Getting a really nice speed zoom there with the Tanuki suit on MarkyMark's side. Very interesting tech. He makes it look easy. John heading in to go face off to his second last Koopaling here. Taking the flight over the mast, I guess. See where Ikaros is heading. And looks like she'll be also heading into 6 now, finishing that one up. And all that's left for John is World 7, and then he'll be able to head on into World 8. Yeah, ShyGuy taking kind of a peek around, grabbing a star there so he can take out these 2 sumo bros. Grabbing a cloud for that. Marky getting a very masterful jump out of that pipe. Very, very nice. Ooh, Ikaros almost eating that waffle. Manages to keep the fire suit. Finishing off the boom boom, not a problem. And Marky discovering the wonders of the frog suit. And yeah, as chat pointed out, you definitely have to be in water. You have to be physically swimming and have the frog suit. You can only do it while in water, and if you have the suit. I'm just not sure if the suit can be a anchor as well. So if the anchor is the suit, can it be used, or does it have to physically be the actual item? Ooh, Marky. Finding everyone's favorite level, Alcatraz, getting eaten immediately. I have a feeling that he is going to just cloud over that. Not interested in that level, as most runners are not interested, especially if they can't clip. and going to be heading off to finish up World 6 as well. And yeah, unfortunately, without a hammer, Jon will have to hunt down that last fort to unlock his path into the Koopaling. Ooh, almost getting hit there on Marky's side. The utilizing the Tanuki suit to a huge advantage. Unfortunately, still loses it, but Koopaling goes down. Yeah, on Jon's side there, getting chased down by the Cheep. It looks a little bit smaller than the boss bass I remember, but you know, it's all about that shrinkflation sometimes. Ikaros not at all interested in that level whatsoever. Unfortunately, does not have a cloud, but does have that frog suit now. ShyGuy taking it slow and steady on Wendy, manages to keep the power up and make it through without too much of a problem. Marky also without a hammer, so we'll have to just play through, not able to hammer through and take the easy pipe. And Jon finding what is this? Bowser's bathtub. Unfortunately, an invalid seed rolled. ShyGuy now onto his final world, catching up with the others, only having World 6. Would be very interesting to see, like, you know, ShyGuy having been behind a little bit for a lot of the game, now caught up to Jon. Now, depending on what items ShyGuy has, this could be really good for them. You know, Jon still has one more level to deal with, and unfortunately, it is a guaranteed auto-scroller. Without a hammer, cannot skip this one. And we know with a couple clouds, 6 is not too horrible of a world. Marky turning into a frog now. I don't remember if he actually has the frog suit or if he just has the anchor, but if he only has the anchor, I think our question has been answered that if the anchor is truly a frog suit, it counts the same way as a frog suit in the inventory for the purposes of hitting select. Any damage boosts out, not interested in it past this. He's done. No more frog suit. Okay, chat's saying that a frog suit was seen in the inventory, so. Ikaros finishing up. Has one last world to do as Jon is finishing up this Boom Boom. Has to be the physical suit? Okay, good to know. Yep, Marky again showcasing what the new Tanuki suit can do. Getting a hammer that could be really useful into World 8, especially if you have a lot of locks going in there. Ikaros getting the double takedown on the Hammer Bros. Unfortunately not rewarded at all for her efforts. And Jon making his way back now. Oh no, Marky getting stuck behind, underneath the Kaizo blocks. Losing this power up. Having to continue on. As ShyGuy is in the airship. Ooh, both Jon and ShyGuy in the airship at the same time, different worlds, but both of these unlock World 8 for these runners. So we'll see as ShyGuy's stream catches up here. Look to be relatively in sync, ShyGuy just shortly behind. But with that, we are heading into World 8. Chat, please tell me, how many bridges do you think Bowser is, basically using to hold these runners away from him? How many are you thinking? Now, the skeptic in me says it's going to be 1 bridge, but I always hope for 4. Seven, 4, fake tank in Bowser's Keep. Yeah, so far John's still in the lead. 8 can still be an equalizer. Heading into the Boom Boom, nobody taking the third door. Marky shortly behind, going to be starting World 8 very soon. And same with Ikaros, heading into the airship now, also will be heading to World 8. So all of these runners will be here in World 8 very shortly. This could be routing that brings one ahead of the other. Or it just could be luck. Yeah, John finding a couple locks. The four bridger is unfortunately dead. And looks like the 3 bridger is as well. Looking around to see if they can't find Bowser soon. See a fort, play a fort. Unfortunately, this is one of the levels that you can't just clip through, so you will most likely be taking the 100 coin fine on this one. And just heading right back, knowing that he doesn't have to do that one. ShyGuy finding the same thing. Also checking it, unfortunately, finding 7-6. Ooh, and everyone's favorite fort, 7F2, shows its beautiful face. Will this be the one? You know, when fortune smiles at you, you know it's 7F2. Absolutely wonderful. I hope Krista's here to view this beautiful level in all its wonderful glory. Marky also getting caught by the 7-6 trap that is at that elbow. Oh my goodness. I feel like this is gonna hit every single one. Unless Ikaros has already seen it and just said, no, you know what, I'm gonna wait. I'm not sure if she caught that yet. Alright, and John finishing up here. ShyGuy heading through relatively quick. Yep, every single runner has been caught by the 7-6 trap on the elbow. Ooh, Marky getting a awkward jump off the side there, eating the disco waffle. Definitely not the most tastiest snack that you could ever have. No, no, no. Alright, we'll see where this, where John is heading next. ShyGuy clouding over. And we'll find out what is clouded over. Ooh, a hand stage has been clouded over. John taking a fall there. Not interested in clouding over, knowing that he could get a very good item here. This could be a hammer, this could be a cloud. Cloud being the best case scenario for these runners. As we have Air Force Vanilla on ShyGuy's side. One of those levels that always felt so much faster as a kid, but now that you play it, when you've played so much Rando, it is just so unbearably slow. Oof. And audio switched over to ShyGuy here, as it seems that so far, based on the more linear progression of World 8, ShyGuy has taken the official lead. Yet clouding back over. And interestingly enough, not that. So, potentially the lock on the other side has been broken. And it has. We find a new pipe. Marky on the, Muncher run. Jon finding, 2F1. Or I guess just 2F, because there's only one fort in 2. Now, I didn't quite catch what item that, like, this was, so we'll hopefully see on Ikaros' side. And that was just, unfortunately, nothing. Yep, Marky also finding the way. So it is just a one bridger and a forced, assuming you don't have a cloud, a forced 2 fort. ShyGuy finishing up will be entering into Bowser's fort first, with Marky very, very close behind. Jon, unfortunately, only now finding the entrance to Bowser's side. I don't believe has... Oh, actually, no, he does have... No, he doesn't have a cloud anymore, so he will have to play that. No Kingslayer, so it is, what is it, 35 fireballs, I believe, for a Bowser takedown. No clipping through here, but Bowser's castle is vanilla, so you don't have to worry about any troll lasers, no weird fireballs, nothing like that. No, no, no. Yeah, losing the Fire Flower, unfortunately. May be able to get a new one here. He does manage to get one. Hopefully he can jump back up. MarkyMark, hot on his heels. Yep, heading through. The first fireball is there. And another one. The other one down there, and the fourth one there with no troll laser worries. He's here. Jon now into Bowser's Keep. ShyGuy taking Bowser down. Marky heading towards Bowser. Jon unfortunately losing the fire suit. And we will see, getting your GGs out here, first place of race 1. We have ShyGuy, official race time 37 minutes 5 seconds. As Marky finishes up, getting a little love tap there to Bowser as he flops down. So get your GGs out as well for MarkyMark. Coming in with an official race time, 37 minutes, 31 seconds. Jon here, also here, finishing up Bowser as Ikaros pops into into Bowser's Keep. Finishing up there, Jon, with an official race time, 38 minutes, 2 seconds. Get your GGs out. Ikaros, unfortunately, having to go in small so far, might be taking the lower path here. We shall see. Grabbing that mushroom might be okay with it now. Yep, jumping through. Now as a Warpless runner, I fully expect, yep, some quick tech there. But unfortunately, unlike Warpless would allow, there is no cuddle strats in this version. Ikaros just hoping for no weird shots from Bowser, no weird, you know, mid-air diagonal shots directly in. Just some good, normal Bowser, as Papa Nintendo and had always intended. So get your GGs out for Ikaros, finishing up with an official race time of 39 minutes. 22 seconds. Big GG's to all of our runners, and with that, we will be heading into race 2. So, get up, stretch, go get some water, use the washroom, grab a snack, come back for game 2 for more Super Mario Bros. 3 action. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Plaka. We're back for game 2, and this time I'm actually joined with Rat Boy.
Hey, Pleko, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty darn good.
Yeah, Adulting time is over. Now it's time for some fun. So yeah, caught the end of game one there. It was super tight.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to being able to call game two here. Expecting it to be another close one. So
Yeah, this was definitely a very interesting one. This week is very, very interesting with not being able to clip, having to do a lot of these different auto scrollers. Still easy to jump into the normal, open world play, but sometimes just knowing there's some auto scrollers can cause a lot of your choices to change.
yeah, and both Ikaros and John checked out one. It's a warpless path. Both noped out. Well, Marky went into 4 and ShyGuy went into 5, and a nice early cloud. That's great to see.
No, I think all the runners that are heading into 4 will be very happy to find that nice early cloud. As long as they're not going to have too much problems with the Hammer Bros, as when you're small, unfortunately, they can be a little troublesome.
Yeah, and I didn't see what the World 5 layout is, but I'm guessing the ground is useless, so it's straight up to the top with the twisty. And that is not an opening that you want to see for 5 either.
No, I'm wondering if oh gosh, I'm wondering if one of the forts was on the other side, and the whole thing is to go around the pipe, head down, beat that fort to get rid of that lock, and then come back over. But it's just like such a nasty 5.
Yeah, and World 4 is the 3-forter, so getting to see that straight away. Because there was 1 fort and a lock on the far right side. And then there's 2 forts, a lock in the bridge here in the middle section. So, could still be a pretty quick world, and then it's nice knowing that 3-forter is out of the way.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a thought from a player perspective. Like, would you chance that? Sometimes when I see the 3-forter, I'm almost more interested in just leaving right away. You never know if you're going to be doing all 3 forts or if you're going to get lucky.
Yeah, I think in this...
knowing that it's the 3-forter, you know that no other world can be. So at that point, are you more inclined to take maybe a world like 7 or 6 right off without a hammer, knowing that it could be one of the 1 forts?
Yeah, I mean, with this layout, I like the play to just stay in and clear it out, because obviously you got to do it at some point. 1 was in the way, now you've got a 50-50 shot. Here it's either 4F1, or you just have to go back. But, I mean, everyone's going to play it the same, whether it's early game or late game, because it's always a bridge out too, so... I like the play to clear it out, and then it's just good peace of mind when you do get into 6 and 7. Hoping for some 1-forters there, and that is the answer. So, all in all, not too bad of a 4. Don't have to backtrack. So,
no, it didn't seem like there were too many levels in between either.
Nope, just one level, 1 fort, or 1 level, and then 2 forts. And a cloud from a hammer bro, which you love to see too. And being an early cloud, I mean, it's not out of the realm to go back and grab that again, because it's just a pipe transition to grab again.
Yep, it was right there, and it will come back.
Yeah, all you gotta do is leave, and you can go back and grab it, one more time before it won't let you hold it anymore. But even a quick play before 8, or once you peek and see what 3 is, or 2 even. Not a bad idea to go and grab that cloud again.
And ShyGuy's side, we're actually going to see the item here as Ikaros and Marky finishing up basically at the same time.
Yep, and John just behind. Okay, so yeah, force twisty. I love to see that. And then, no point in ever coming back down for the blue fort on the other side. So just a little bit of a slog world, but, it's going to be a slog. Oh, I guess if you had a hammer, you could break that lock and bypass... Is that 2 levels?
I believe 2 levels, because then you have the pipe that was there, and then you just have a fort after, I believe.
Yeah, so you would love to sort of save this one. You're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna back out and have to play the twisty again. Once you see the
once
top.
you go up
but
that twisty, that's you're locked in.
If oh, John's in here as well. They're all in here, so okay. So no one's gonna be able to hammer that lock in 5 here. Yeah, so it would save 2 levels.
That is beneficial for all the players, knowing that no other player is going to have that kind of that benefit, I guess. After everyone's
they
lured
don't.
in by that twisty.
They won't know that.
Yeah, they won't know that, but we know that.
Yeah, we know that it's not going to be sort of a deciding factor early on here. So, I would be nervous as a runner to say, maybe someone's going to wait and come to 5 late, and be able to skip those. But, who knows?
I think, too, the mindset is also the fact that, like, no one actually knows what's above there. So even if a runner did take a while to come back, it wouldn't necessarily be because they had a hammer and they waited. It was just that they had chosen to do other worlds instead.
Yep. And
it
both
was more
Ikaros and
lucky choice.
And both Ikaros and Jon know that a hammer in 1 is huge, because it's vanilla layout. It's 3 levels there to skip.
Yeah, so most likely that's what they're hunting for, knowing how quick that's going to be. To just have a hammer, only have to do 2 levels, 2 levels, a hammer bro, and then the actual castle.
Yeah, and yeah, Dust. I know that the rock is breakable, but the lock in 1 is vanilla, because both Ikaros and Jon had peeked at it, so it's a vanilla layout. So you would skip the what would be 1, 1, 1, 2, and the fort. In vanilla. I don't actually know if the fort was in its vanilla spot, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was where 1-3 is, or if it was, I thought it was around there. We've been seeing it a lot in the 1-3 or 1-4 area.
Okay, interesting.
More so than its vanilla spot. Like, it's been hiding behind other levels.
So you could make the play to go to the fort to break the lock and go back around, or go to where the fort tile would be. And just avoid that fort. Yeah, I mean, that's always a fun gamble too, because there's some very long levels in this with auto scrollers on, and there's a hammer for Marky. Very nice.
Yeah, there's also very short levels, especially too, like finding the hand stages like ShyGuy just did. I mean, that's a guaranteed item.
Yep, and hearing the hand traps are handing out stars today, so only be able to get one of them, and I think ShyGuy already has a star.
Yep, just got that from the hand stage, but now we'll not be able to get another one. But at least knowing that he's not missing out on anything good when he finds another hand stage that is just a breath of fresh air. Having a nice short stage, not having to worry about an auto scroller. Jon reported picking up a hammer from the bro fight. So we most likely will be seeing that return to 1 after 5 is finished.
Yeah,
and,
I think that'd be
masterful escape from the coin ship.
I think that'd be a great play to, now that you have that, what 1 looks like, go clear that one out.
Also getting the Tanuki suit, and Marky was showcasing some interesting tech that you can use with that Tanuki suit.
Yeah, I've been chatting with Marky, and he's been putting a lot of time and practice into sort of where you can best utilize some of the special power-up features on the randomizer. And I won't spoil anything, but he's been working on some very, very cool things with the Tanuki in particular.
Yeah, and he's definitely been showing that off. That's one of the power-ups I just tend to not bother playing around too much with. Like, I'm too used to the normal way of doing stuff that I just set in my ways a little bit, even though I really shouldn't be, because it is really cool what he has done.
Yeah, there's a lot of use cases for that statue now. Being able to move and jump a little bit. You don't get full jumps out of Mario.
You can swing your tail as well, it seems too. So it's like a mixture of protection, a little bit of attack. You know, nothing too crazy, but it's like it can be such a good clutch moment, especially when you're dealing with Hammer Bros or even the Koopalings.
Yep. All right, so ShyGuy heading through the world 6 airship here. Well, Marky's just finishing up the world 7 as Ikaros starts it.
And yeah, as Dust mentions, there might be in the future, depending on how the tech goes, it might be considered too strong. I know there was already talks about maybe after leagues that the hammer suit might have to go up as well. But I feel like keeping the hammer suit at 15, I feel like this is a hot debate in the SMB3R community. I feel like 15 coins is enough for the hammer suit because it really should be more used in other levels than just only being the Kingslayer. Because it has a lot more utility than just Kingslayer. Having that arc really helps in forts. We've seen it work really well in what's that one level with the multi-Lakitus that you're in water?
Oh, 4-4.
Yeah. You can use the hammer suit to actually take out the Lakitus incredibly easily. So in reality, 15 coins doesn't feel that bad.
Will Ikaros get up? Oh, she jumped before turning around and started that flight timer there. Yeah, I can't say, like, I played a decent amount of open world a couple months ago, testing it out when some of these new things were introduced. Can't say I've been playing a ton of it recently, so you know, I don't have a ton of input to add to it, but you know, I'm sure as things go, because it's, you know, some of these things are still very new, we'll you know, fine tune slow and steady to get to where everything is in a nice balance.
Oh, and we were wrong about the World 1, the fort. It was way at the end. John hammering through, double clouding, and then getting a hammer in return, heading off to finish up World 1. What a play.
Yeah, that's a great one for John there.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Even though the runners can't clip, Twitch chat can clip. Please clip that. You know what to do. Marky grabbing his fire flower in one of the chompers.
Yeah, and looking at Ikaros' screen, I think there's a lock on the bottom there. It's a sort of gray tile. I think that's the edge of the lock, so I think even breaking that rock there doesn't really get you anywhere.
No, that might be kind of just playing one of the forts to see where that actually breaks it, and then making the call from there.
Yeah, well, so that first fort has to break the lock in its path because there's no logical way around it.
That's right.
So the fort needed is on the top. Yeah, so that's a pretty long world too to have to play through.
Yeah, it really comes into question. Like, I think normally, you know, as runners, I think we generally just avoid the fort that we don't have to play. But because there's auto-scrollers on, like, these levels have just as much potential of being really long.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, there is just as many levels that are long auto-scrollers as there is forts. So I think still you're better off just playing the levels, but it does kind of, it starts to make you think a little bit.
Yeah, and so Marky getting out of, I think this was 7 that he was in. Well, ShyGuy's getting out of 4 here.
Yeah, it looks like Ikaros chose to take the fort.
Yeah, you have to, because the lock would have been on the bottom, so no way around. I guess unless you want to hammer, but then you're still playing a level instead. So yeah, it's just a longer 2 to have to play through.
And Iggy was 5-hit heavy in both seeds. Yeah, actually, because he stun-locked Marky originally, and Marky finding Alcatraz once more. Not interested at all. ShyGuy grabbing a cloud from Peach.
All right, nice cloud from Marky here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like ShyGuy's going to do the exact same thing while Ikaros is going to get out of World 2 here with the World 4 airship.
ShyGuy also bypassing. I'm not sure if that was a blind cloud or if that was intentional.
Nah, he went in and took the death. He saw it.
Oh, okay. Didn't catch that.
Oh, a
Marky's
hammer and
staring
3
at
would
not
be
having
so
the
good.
hammer. Yeah,
Although
no,
is it?
no double
I think
hammer
it's only
play.
one fort, and I think it's right there. So it's actually
I
not.
believe so.
Yeah, there's no opening fort, so the fort's right there. Where is he going?
Yeah, I think he kind of realized afterwards. I was like, maybe I shouldn't.
Oh, I think he was. Oh, he was just trying to move the coin ship. Smart.
That makes sense. And 7F2.
Yeah, runners this caliber, I suppose, is no threat. It's just a long level now.
Oh, definitely. It's the vacation spot, not the oh no, my run is over spot.
Yeah, it's just, you know, second longest fort in the game. You know, even vanilla speed strats, and probably, you know, slow hopping through, it's probably the longest fort. It's probably even longer than 8 fort at that point.
Yeah.
All right, ShyGuy picking up his hammer suit there. And he's going to be entering 7F2.
Speeding right through. Not
Oh.
interested, takes the damage boost, jumps right in.
Yeah, and Ikaros bonked the ceiling in 6F2 and
No.
took the little slide into the pit there. Gonna attach a leaf though, be able to get some vanilla strats going on here.
Yeah, not a horrible idea to just kind of zip right through.
Yep, nice damage boost, keep the P speed.
Peewing on John's side there.
Well, ShyGuy having a little bit of trouble there in 7F2.
I feel like sometimes 7F2 gets into your head a little bit. You know, like you overthink it.
I'd say if I die in it once, there's a higher chance of me dying in it again than, you know, than the first time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's one of the ones where, you know, one wrong step, then it makes it feel hard.
I always feel like you start second guessing yourself again too. It's like, I've gone through this level so many times, like I know it. I know it's okay, like what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, Ikaros gonna go backstage and in 1-3
See what this
here.
item is, or if it isn't.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know someone went into it.
Yeah, it's unfortunately a duplicate item.
Yeah, so it must have been ShyGuy that I saw go back there.
Marky taking down Wendy. Not a problem over there. And John gonna be finishing up World 2.
Alright, so Marky's got a choice now, because I don't think he has a hammer. John's gonna die there from the flame? Or is he...
Hopefully
Does he got the
not.
iframes to
He
get
does
through?
have
Oh,
the
had
iframes.
had the iframes, okay.
Unfortunately, the star won't really help too much here for Morton, but does manage to take him down without too much of a problem.
Yeah, just a vanilla 3 hit. So Marky, not having a hammer, he hasn't peeked into one yet, but may still opt to put this one off. Yep.
Yep, instantaneously, and cannot blame him.
So yeah, 2 here. He's gonna see as long, but hammer doesn't help you. Oh, he's not even gonna gonna do it yet.
Check out 6. Now, I believe 2 did have a hammer, so hitting up 2 would actually not be too bad of an idea. I just noticed Wendy was heavy. Seeing it on ShyGuy's side there.
Heavy Wendy, best Wendy.
Oh, definitely. And potentially has just gotten the off-screen wand grab. We will see in just a moment.
Yeah, that looks high enough. You can't even see his chin there.
Oh. I don't think that was the off-screen wand grab because we've seen him come right all the way down.
Wow, that
Interesting. That's A little unexpected.
All right, so Marky's gonna go backwards here looking for the pipe because there's a pipe past these 2 locks. I didn't really get a good look at the opening screen, but I'm gonna assume it's in the sort of one-off tile that you can't see, since he's not going back that way. So it'll be 2 levels to get back to the pipe here.
Ooh, taking out the Valkyrie on ShyGuy's side. Very nice. Not having to worry about it.
And Jon had the hammer
it's the
for 3. So Jon is out of 3.
And also done with 1, so really does not have a whole lot to worry about without a hammer. With the exception of 7 being a really good contender for hammerable worlds.
Yeah, and it all depends on, you know, lock or bridge at the end, or, you know, is this sort of just a linear path? ShyGuy went in there.
We don't see too many bridges in 7. More so in 6, I find.
Really? Yeah, maybe it's sort of just biased. I think more often than not.
Oh,
if
and
I go,
Jon does get the off-screen wand grab.
I think if I go to 7 with hammers, then it's bridges. I think if I go without, then it's locks. So
fair enough. Yeah, and honestly, like I think the game has jokes like that where it kind of knows what it's giving you.
Yeah.
Getting a cloud back for finishing up that world. Heading into 6 now.
Yeah, and oh, it's a vanilla pipe. It's a pipe behind the rock. So without a hammer.
And yeah, one of the forts is actually right there. I think past a level.
Yep.
Because I believe that's what Marky had finished. Because he was also looking for that one as well.
Yeah, so
he had Stretchy Boo for it.
So he had backtracked to play the fort this way. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't see the. All right, it's always a vanilla pipe there. Why did I think that it would be anywhere else? It's always a vanilla pipe. Been out of touch with Mario for a bit.
No, understandable. I think ShyGuy took the wrong. I guess basically took the pipe back, decided that you know the coin flip was there, and has unfortunately taken the wrong one. Because we know that fort that they're in is not the correct one, I believe.
Yeah, it was super.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh no, ShyGuy's in 2.
They're not in the same world. It's ShyGuy, or sorry, ShyGuy's in 2, not. Oh my goodness, too many screens to stare at the same time. It's like you start losing track of who's who and what.
Jon's in 6 with Marky, and I guess Ikaros is as well, because I'm pretty sure it was Super Tanks that opened up the path for Marky.
I believe so. As Dust comments on empty chest on 3 screens at once, 3 different fights.
I mean, the farther into open world you get, the more chance that you know you're not gonna get anything.
There kind of hits a point where it's like outside of looking for hammers and clouds. Once you have a few key items, you don't really need to fight anymore. It's almost one of those things like you kind of just rely more on the princess items.
Yeah. If you gave me a fire flower and a P-wing, I'd be happy, and then then let me skip my bros.
Fire flower, P-wing, and honestly an anchor mushroom, because then you don't have to worry about like, oh hey, you're out of money. That's fine. Anchor mushroom.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I'd take that. More damage boosting. Something this game needs. Alright, Jon gonna build up
the frog suit anchor.
And that was the same as last game, right?
That was last game. We didn't see.
Right. We haven't seen that yet. Gotcha.
Yeah, I was just mentioning about the anchor. I thought about talking about the frog suit.
All right, John gonna take his time around Bertha there. Well, Marky is out of 6. ShyGuy is out of 2. So Marky still, I don't think he has any hammers unless he gets one out of the princess here. So could have a lot longer one.
Ooh, John not taking the super tanks.
He's gonna gamble.
Ooh. Unfortunate. ShyGuy heading off to 6, and we'll see where Marky heads next. Yeah, 2 makes sense.
Yeah, you've seen what 1 is. You can't see the other side of 2, so you don't even know how useful a hammer would be. I like the play to leave 1 for last if you don't have any hammers in inventory.
Oh, definitely. And especially, too, like, knowing how many levels you have to go through. Oh, ShyGuy, unfortunately, losing that jump input, falling into the pit.
Yeah. You know, leaving out 3 guaranteed level skip if you can find one. You don't want to pass that up.
Oh, 100%.
All right. John gonna get the bad news here. That lock is gone.
Yeah, you chose the wrong one. You are forced to play this auto-scroller.
Yeah, and I guess that's one of the interesting choices with auto-scrollers, right? Especially with the military stages is, you know, they are not short by any stretch. So you make that gamble and you hope that it pays off, but if not, you know, all you've done is delayed going through a, you know, minute 15 level.
Yeah, it really begs the question, like, do you just normally gamble it? Or do you always, like, chance the coin flip is not the military stage?
Yeah, I can't say I blame him for the way that he came to it. Marky didn't have a choice because he came to it from the other side.
Yeah, and
I'd probably make the same gamble, honestly.
I guess because he came in from that angle, it makes more sense to try that coin flip. But yeah, with Marky coming in, basically from ahead of it, it does make a lot more sense to just, hey, I'm already here. I've already played a level for this. I'm just gonna chance it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we switched over to Marky's audio here.
All right, so ShyGuy looking at the same thing.
Ooh.
He is going into super tanks and is going to play it, so.
I think ShyGuy might also be playing under more of a hey, I'm already here, I might as well just do it. And if I die during it, maybe I'll just walk away. Because I know that's kind of a mindset I've been trying to take as well, where it's just like, you know, alright, I entered an auto-scroller. I don't know if I need this, but since I'm already here, maybe I'll just go until I, you know, either inevitably take a fall or I succeed.
Yep, yeah, that's not a bad way to look at it. I mean, these levels are pretty tame.
I mean, there's always the chance that you get hit by a rogue cannonball or just kind of, you know, hold on to one of the bob-ombs a little too long. You know, it's easy to check your mind out sometimes, I find, especially with the auto-scrollers, so I think that's where they really catch you.
Yeah, when you're not paying attention, if you stop paying attention, they can definitely catch you off guard.
Dust commenting that John is saving the cloud. Oh yeah, went in and out of the pipe to save the cloud. Pardon me, I didn't quite catch what you were going on about Dust, but yeah, making sure that after you cloud over, if you have a chance to save your position by heading into a into a pipe, it is always beneficial because you never know when you take that fall into a on an airship.
Yep, and
it happens to everyone.
So Ikaros is past the first point of this World 3. Trying to take the death.
No, unfortunately, is not able to take it.
Oh, there's no point in taking the death now. You're halfway through it.
Yep, no, might as well just keep going, get the one up, finish it up.
Yeah, don't take this one.
Oh, she's gonna take it, unfortunately. Unfortunate.
And I think that was
Yeah.
a hammer as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually.
Or
Ooh, and
cloud?
the
That was
anchor
a hammer or cloud. That
found.
was something good.
Anchor found at 6.
Okay.
So I don't think Marky has tried that anchor yet, because he did finish up 6. So I don't know if we know what that is just yet.
Yeah, in a little bit of a weird spot here with that platform in front of him. Yeah, that's a little bit of a tough spot to be in there, spending that much time in the water there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just with one world left, John currently in the lead. And Marky not too far behind, I believe, is just one level off going into the airship. ShyGuy also not too far behind. Like we know that they have the proper fort. There's not much left in World 6. And then I believe, yeah, Ikaros will just be heading to finish off World 1 as well. So all these runners very close together.
Yeah, and John's actually, yeah, John's in his last one.
Mm-hmm.
ShyGuy here is going to be just one level away from his last one. Oh, he's going to double cloud it, so just onto the airship.
Yep, easy peasy.
Now, did Marky pick up a hammer from 2 here? Because that's going to be a big difference
Now,
maker
that one
for
I'm not too sure.
World 1. Oh, Ikaros doesn't have one for 1 either. Oh.
Oh no! And we finally see 8-1. Oh, and heads right into the pit looking for that power-up. Unfortunate. So yeah, now we see exactly what is going on, and it looks like Anchor was a mushroom, I believe.
Okay, so as you said, it's a
Used?
free power
Yeah.
up every time.
Yeah, because I believe she just used the anchor and she got a mushroom. So yeah, interestingly enough,
A moment of truth from Marky.
ooh.
Nope.
Manages
So
to
no
get through.
hammers.
Yeah, Marky and Ikaros having to play the longest one ever. Although Marky taking advantage of some of the 10 coin blocks. Getting a very nice jump off there and grabbing the, grabbing a 1-up, grabbing the star.
Yeah,
John will be finishing up very shortly. I do believe we know this is nothing. But
yeah, so with the other 3 runners all having to play one World 1 sort of warpless style here, John is probably going to have a good 90 seconds to 2-minute lead, depending on what some of these levels are.
yeah,
Heading
that's
into
a
8 here, so that's a pretty
that's a very
significant.
hefty lead, especially
Yeah.
depending on like how well, I guess what kind of chaos World 8 throws us into. And I think just to get ahead of it, since we are about to see Ludwig get finished off, probably relatively quickly. How
Oh,
many
and
bridges, chat? How
Dust,
many bridges?
Dust saying he only saw a hammer in the sky. Like you had to take the pipe back down to the bottom side
Oh,
to
and
get
then World 1 right
that
at the
one, and then the
end.
one World 1 right at the end. Yeah, so
Oh,
that's where
shoot,
John got
yeah.
his 2, because John used it then in 1, and then got it and used it in
Yes.
3.
Ooh, Ikaros grabbing the item here in the fort, getting the frog suit, the greatest upgrade anyone could ever ask for.
And gonna have a hammer here going into World 8. Oh, not gonna have a hammer here going into World 8. Okay.
No, has decided against that, unfortunately, but probably, definitely just absolutely fed up with this world. Marky grabbing the hammer.
Yeah, I
Probably
mean,
staring
sometimes
at it
they
going like, ah, crap, maybe I...
maybe I screwed up. No,
Yeah,
sometimes they actually cause more trouble than they help in World 8. Sometimes they
it
can
is
sort of lead you
true.
astray, and then you don't know what forts are doing because you hammered a lock that you don't get to see one break. So.
And Dust mentioning mandatory false tank is 7-8. Yeah, and entering with a tail, definitely good. Lots of plans once again in this level. I feel like we have a little bit of deja vu here.
Ooh, and ShyGuy
Ooh.
finding one of the two 6 auto scrollers. I don't know which
Yeah.
levels are which, but
This one is
this must
exceptionally long.
this must have been the one that because I saw both Ikaros and Marky clouded.
Oh shoot, yeah, this one is a long one. Ooh, Ikaros getting a very nice and very interesting damage boost P speed. Doesn't seem like she was able to keep that, kind of having to damage boost quite a bit through this.
Yeah, so vanilla, you actually, that's how you damage boost on the first plant. And then you can do the first one, then grab the star at the second
Ah.
one. So
Ooh,
showing
and
up,
it looks like
showing up
we
some
have
vanilla skills there.
2 bridges.
Yeah, and did he die on the Navy or leave it?
I
Because
think he left it on purpose.
okay,
Yeah, 2 bridges and a level.
all right. So what's the level gonna be? I don't care which
Yeah,
forts
that
open it
one-
up. What level is gonna be in the way?
Well, we haven't seen Atlantis. We haven't seen 5-9. But those are always auto-scrollers. I'm trying to think of like what other levels are auto-scrollers that we don't really think about.
Oh, 7-4 is the worst one. It's longer than
7-4?
Atlantis. It is awful.
Which
Worst.
one's 7-4? Is that the underwater one?
Yeah, the Electrodes. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, that's the one I always cloud when I play vanilla.
Yep.
Immediately, that is the instant cloud. I cannot stand that level.
Yeah, and so I think Atlantis clocks in at a minute 40, and it clocks in at a minute 45.
Ooh.
It is absolutely horrendous.
So 6-7, 1-4. I don't think 1-4 is that bad. All auto scrollers considered. 3-6, yeah. Yeah, John kind of making their way through. Unfortunately, gets bombed there by the by that bomb.
Yeah, you sort of have to. You got to sit on the last cannon for a
Wait, is
second until you
1-4
see it
actually
explode.
longer than 5-9? Oh my goodness! I
So
wouldn't
I
even
was
have
just
thought.
I was just reading that, and I was just gonna say today I learned that 1-4 is longer than 5-9.
Yeah, wow.
Now I did some testing on non-auto scrolled 7-4 a while ago, and it takes about 40 seconds to swim through perfectly.
Okay.
And 5-9 is 45 seconds. So it's almost as bad to play 7-4 non-auto scrolled as it is 5-9.
Wow. And yeah, we did find out that the Navy was one of the bridge builders. Ikaros, unfortunately, taking a fall there, leaving it for now.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe
definitely be back.
maybe doing the same thing. Just checking to
Ooh.
see if it's needed
Marky
first.
jumping into the wrench, unfortunately, probably didn't see that. Again, I find auto-scrollers, it's so easy to just sort of like, you kind of check out a little bit. Most of these auto-scrollers are super duper easy. You're just kind of waiting, you're just watching out for a lot of the bullet bills, a lot of the cannonballs.
Yeah, and I think it may come from, just full rando players. You never see these levels auto scrolled. Even a little bit of, vanilla mixed in, or
Ooh.
a little bit of speed running, then you still, you know where all these enemies are, that you're gonna bop the rocky wrenches twice on the Navy.
Now,
because
Marky
they come
taking
back.
the long swim underneath the ship.
Pro kid strats right there. It was my
Yeah.
favorite thing to do growing up.
That's the strat you do to show off. Like, look what I can do.
Yep. You got to go up now, though. Otherwise, you're swimming past it,
Yeah.
and you're gonna get pushed down.
Don't
Oh,
do it
no.
under that one.
Oh. So you can do it under both, but then you have to go past the pipe. There's a little open section, and you have to wait for the boat to come down so you can jump back up. So, a little
I mean,
longer.
still the safer route overall, especially if
is.
you don't want to deal with the Bob-omb. John, finding that I have actually rolled for the first time in my life an acceptable, or not acceptable, a valid seed.
Yeah, ShyGuy gonna show off the difference in having a frog suit here compared to regular Mario, because him and Ikaros entered nearly identical
Yeah, the
times.
frog suit makes this so quick. It is almost trivial.
Yeah. You know, over half a room ahead from
Mhm.
the frog.
Ooh, and Dust saying Bowser is open for John. Getting this this as the level.
Well, he's saying no, John, so I'm thinking maybe he's not going the right way.
Is this not the level? Did he choose to go the wrong way? Oh, he did. Oh, so he's just gonna keep going.
Oh, so I'm guessing we've seen 2 locks left still.
Okay, I see. So we've deduced now.
Marky's doing the same thing here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like it's didn't see that for it. Oh.
It's alright, Dust. We'll let it slide.
Honestly, 4 screens is it's a little mind consuming.
4 screens when they're not all taking, you know, relative same paths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all over. There's just it's absolute chaos everywhere.
Yeah, until you get into World 8, now you know you see them come together here. So Marky doing the same thing with the frog strats and in 3F2, both Ikaros and ShyGuy you know, hopping through the navy here.
And chat mentioning that that 3F2 broke the lock. So we're feeling pretty confident. Yep, we see here, and that level is skipped. So we won't find out what it is on John's side. No, no, no. We are gonna head right into Bowser's Keep with that. Is that a P-wing? Yeah, he's with the P-wing, heading right through, using the absolute professional strats. May have just did not lose it. Almost lost it to the Disco Waffle.
All right, so fun fact: there is still a clip you can do in Bowser's Castle, even with anti-clipping on. It is not faster; it does not save time. But if you go down to the bottom path and enter the first fireball room, you can clip left and get to the top level door. So where he's going now, so right here, if you clip left through that wall, it pops you out at the door in the upper path. So it doesn't save you any time because it's longer to come down this way and then slide through the wall. But there's still a clip you can do in anti-clipping that, you know, makes progress.
Ooh, took the ragu. We'll now have to play it. Oh my goodness, it is.
And it's 5-3.
Yep.
All right, so only a flying Koopa to start doesn't tell us anything. Okay, it's only giant.
Yeah.
So
no
not
Kyoshu, unfortunately. We will not see the greatest enemy of all times.
No, but we will see the leg. One thing the giant enemies are known for is chugging along these nesses or these emulators.
And ShyGuy having the hammer suit heading into Bowser's Keep.
Yeah, so
Marky's still missing that bridge, unfortunately.
I think, was that the Navy that was needed? Did he skip out? I think he skipped out. No, he didn't skip out on the Navy.
Not
Which
the
one
Navy.
did he skip?
It was the other one. It's the castle. That level there.
Oh, Fort Knox. Okay. Ikaros in right behind.
Ooh,
So
nice.
John
Very
went
nice.
from a large lead there.
ShyGuy taking the ragu dip, unfortunately.
This Bowser's Castle is just putting our runners through it, and now same thing because he clouded 5-3 has to play it.
Yep. Yeah, Ikaros in the lead. Unfortunately, we cannot use her her audio. Oh my goodness, the amount of times that this like lead has transferred hands is just very interesting. Yeah, heading through.
Unfortunate deaths on both John and ShyGuy's side to cede the lead there. So looking like Ikaros with a couple hits to give if need be.
Yep.
Is going to pull out the victory here in this game too. But John will be right behind.
Yeah, and nothing, of course, is set in stone. There's always a chance that Bowser can just go wacky with it, get a little too handsy, and, several power-ups, unfortunately, go down the drain.
P-Wing to give, you can just fly straight through him there if you wanted to, but there it is. Let's get our GGs in chat for Ikaros.
Yes. Big GGs for Ikaros.
With
an official race time. 45 minutes. 41 seconds, with John just very close behind, also finishing up with an official race time, 45 minutes, 49 seconds.
Yeah, and now ShyGuy gonna hope to hold on to his hammer suit here.
Mm-hmm.
What has Marky got? Fire flower under there?
Just got the fire flower. ShyGuy hoping to take this this hammer suit into Bowser this time around. Hopefully we'll see very shortly. Yep, heading into Bowser.
Yeah, he's so good he's gonna beat him off screen.
Yep.
Don't even get to say hi to him this time. It's fine.
Yeah, basically just a hi Bowser, bye Bowser, and that is it. Yep, still waiting for that screen update, but we have Marky. Oh, looks like ShyGuy finishing up. Get your GGs out. Official race time 46 minutes 34 seconds.
GGs.
And GGs. We'll get Marky finishing up here. Just 35 fireballs, and we will be sending Bowser off to the land where Koopas go when they fall down that pit.
Yeah, nice bop for good measure.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and get your GGs out for Marky. Official race time, 47 minutes, 14 seconds. And as Dust places in the chat, our current scores after week 2 for these runners, ShyGuy with 22 points, Ikaros with 19 points, John with 18 points, and Marky at 16 points. And we're joined here in the booth by John. Welcome in, GGs.
Oh my gosh, GG's. That freaking death in Bowser's Castle. It's okay.
Yeah, and
it's okay.
having to play that level that you clouded, that's always such a bad feeling.
Yeah, at least it wasn't Atlantis.
Yeah,
yes.
So because you had a pretty sizable lead. You had a couple-minute lead because none of the other runners had a hammer for 1. So all their last worlds were 1.
Yes.
So they had about 3 levels to go as you were finishing up and entering. But then sort of everyone sort of came together because it was a little bit of a sort of linear convoluted path there. So you were in first, you took the death. ShyGuy was behind you. ShyGuy then took the death. Exact same thing, had to go play 5-3, and Ikaros was the third one in, right behind ShyGuy, and so ended up getting the victory there.
Wow.
So we shuffled spots quite a few times there at the end.
Yes, and welcome in MarkyMark. GGs.
GGs, everyone.
GG, Marky.
GG.
You were showing us some really fancy tech there with the Tanuki suit, Marky.
Yeah, I had fun with that in the first seed, but I never got one in the second one.
Yeah, it seemed like the good items there. I can't remember. ShyGuy pulled a hammer suit out of 5? No. I can't remember where he pulled, but he did pull a hammer suit. He was the only one who had one.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where it is. Dust or chat might remember.
Yeah, John had pulled a hammer out of 5. One of the bros on the ground pulled a hammer out of 5 as his first world. So then he had it for 1, got the hammer from 1, used it on 3. Now 3 only skipped the 1 fort, but just the 1 was the big play of this second seed there, being able to skip 3 levels there, and then double clouding. So no levels played, just a hammer bro and the castle. It was an in and out job there. So that sort of set the tone for it until Bowser's, but we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, what was that fort?
1 fort. It was
That's
1
what
fort.
I thought. That's what I thought.
But the level before it was either 6-2 or 6-7, which one of the 2 auto scrollers.
Yeah.
6-3 or 6-7. It was one of those ones because ShyGuy played that one. Both Marky and Ikaros clouded it as well. But it's one of the long auto scrollers there. So that was a nice skip from 3 of you.
Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, no, I have 2 clouds, I'm just going. And then 3, I died in 7F2. It was like, I have a hammer, I'm just gonna figure out which pipe is and go and hope it's not a bridge.
So it can't be a bridge on the other end.
Oh, okay.
It'll only ever be locked if there's anything there. I don't know what the logic is behind why 3 can't have a bridge, but I know it can't. So you're in the clear with that one.
Good. That's good to know.
But yeah, so with this, no clipping, auto scrollers on. Next week we move on to what I think is the highlight of open world, which is the item hunt.
Yeah,
So,
scavenger hunt, so good.
Less worlds needed to be played, unless you need items out of them, because then maybe more worlds need to be played. So little more thought into which bros to play, which worlds. Do you really not want to play through if you don't have to? So yeah, you guys have any thoughts on next week coming up?
I'm excited. I've done a couple of them and it's a game changer. Not potentially not having to play everything, but I think I'm playing you, Pleco, and Jade next week.
I believe so, yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, week 3 is definitely the one I'm looking the most forward to. It's the mode that I have the most fun with. It's probably the one I've done the most practice in. It is just going to be such a good world, I think, or such a good mode, I think, for both all the runners and for chat as well. Oh, and we're playing ShyGuy apparently. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
It's you, ShyGuy, and myself, not Jade.
Oh yeah, Jade's the next week. That's right.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully I can get in and do comms for some of those matches, because that's where I think open world shines when with the item hunt mode. So really looking forward to watching those ones. Yeah, any final thoughts from either of you guys? Ikaros had mentioned couldn't come in. I think ShyGuy's probably continuing his stream, so not gonna pop in for an interview, I think.
Yeah.
Well, just thank you to you, Pleco and Ratboy, for pulling comms. GG's to all the players. Thank you to whoever tracked. I don't know who tracked, but
That was Dustman.
All right, thank you, Dust, for tracking.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. GG's, everyone. It was fun. Looking forward to next week in the scavenger hunt.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome, Pleco. Well, you want to get us out of here?
I opened both times. Why don't you? We got you on here. You take us out. I like bringing us in. I don't like saying goodbye.
All right. So so with that, we will let's throw out big GGs to all of our runners, Ikaros, John, MarkyMark, and ShyGuy once again for putting on a great show here. There is another race going on right now on SpeedGaming 3 that just started about 5 minutes ago. of their game one. The
the other-
Nookie
the
division.
Nookie.
So Mystery Gaming, Dr. Torsel, and Sharky. There's one more in there. I'm missing it. Who's the other one?
Isn't Sama in that one, I think?
Oh, maybe. I can't find the names there. But yeah, there's another race going on Speed Gaming 3, so make sure you head over there to catch more Mario 3 randomizer action. But with that, yeah, we'll say goodnight for now. I think there's some more races scheduled for the weekend.
Yeah, I believe there's one tomorrow at 2 p.m. I think the Kingslayers are doing their week 2.
Very nice. So yeah, look for that on the Speed Gaming schedule. And yeah, big shout outs to Dust for doing the tracking in the back, and Pleco for allowing me to join here for game 2. It was a ton of fun.
Yes.
But yeah, so with that, we will say good night for now. Make sure you go check out the other race. Thanks for hanging out, and we will catch you all later.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.